Hey everybody, Jason here. RPG Day 2019, day number 18, word prompt number 18, and that word is plenty. And I have been thinking about this off and on for a couple of days, and I have no idea how to address the word plenty. I really don't. So I'll just say that there are plenty of role-playing games out there to play, and there are plenty of role-playing games to choose from, plenty to play, plenty to try, plenty of variations on a theme for role-playing games, plenty of variations to the system, and I own plenty of games. Owning plenty of games and having access to plenty of games in this day and age that we're in for role-playing games is both a good thing and a bad thing. Sometimes you've got, what do they call it when you've got so many choices you don't know what to do? Sorry. I'm on the way to work, if you can't tell. But I've got so many games that I want to play, that I would like to try, that with so little time, it's hard to figure out what games are going to get priority, and what games are going to fall to the wayside. Here's an idea, or something I thought of a little bit is, since I have access and own so many games and plenty of games, and there's plenty to choose from, there's a lot that I want to try that I haven't tried. Instead of playing like a variation of a specific game or specific system, like say, most of the ones that I have are fantasy. Okay. Do I want to try to play, or do I want to give a shot to a fantasy game like White Box Fantastic Medieval Adventures, and then give a shot to another game that's an offshoot of that, like Untold Legends, and then give another try to another game that's of the same system, just a variation of it? Or do I want to give a shot and try a game that look at the little the mirror right there is crooked, look at that. Anyway, just noticed that my daughter must have kicked it. Or do I want to give a shot to a game that is completely, not completely different, but different enough to where it's not like a variation on an OSR that just has one or two different little quirks to it. Like, make it different enough to where I want to give a shot to that instead. For example, I have the physical copy of Vagabonds of Dyfed, which is a Powered by the Apocalypse / OSR mashup game that Eric Bloat did a RPG a Day video for the other day. And that is such an easy read. It's such a great book. I've never played Powered by the Apocalypse. I have a couple PDFs that I've bought of different games for them, or for that system, that I couldn't wrap my head around it, which turns me off of the system if I can't wrap my head around it just reading it. However, I would still play it because you never know. Just because you can't understand it while reading it doesn't mean it doesn't play amazing in play. So I think playing it is different than reading it. And there's some games where you read it and you're like, this is fantastic, and then you play it and it doesn't play as well as it reads. So but Vagabonds of Dyfed is such an easy read, and it's such an easy concept to kind of grasp, because they meld the two systems together, which is really genius. I would love to play Vagabonds of Dyfed. In fact, I was thinking about this weekend ordering the other supplement books for it. But and then there's other things that I would love to play. So do I want to keep playing different offshoots of the same system, the same OSR, basic system, where they might only change one or two small things. With my such limited time, if I had plenty of time to play, that would not be a big deal because I could go from system to system to system. But because my time is so limited in how many games a year that I play, not a month or a week, a year, I play on average 9 or 10 times a year. So my time is super limited. And coming up soon, after our 5th edition game is done, I'm going to be running a game for a while. I promised my group I would run Dragon Heist, which I've been trying as hard as I can to move away from 5th edition. But once I'm done with that, I'm gonna have some more time to run other things, and I really want to try to run other things that I own so many games. I've got plenty of options to choose from, and my group is pretty much down to play anything. They don't care, which is great for me as a person who likes to buy lots of games. That I've got the option to do that. So, you have to, manage your game time wisely. I don't mind buying a lot of games and reading a lot of games, especially OSR games, but the more I think about it, I don't know that if I've bought 7 or 8 different OSR games that are super cheap, do I also want to run 7 or 8 different OSR games that are all gonna basically play the same? How big of a difference am I gonna get in an experience from Basic Fantasy to White Box to Adventures in the Eastmark, which I don't have. I got the quick start for it, to Untold Legends and Untold Adventures and other OSR games. And I know that the experience will be different with every one, otherwise they wouldn't be different games, but they're basically the same game with just small variations. So I need to manage my time wisely. Maybe this ended up turning into a managing my time wisely discussion rather than focusing on the word plenty. But the key word of plenty opened up that conversation of managing my limited time wisely. And maybe that's an important subject anyway. So anyway, that was just a thought. I didn't know how to tackle that word plenty, and it kind of evolved or devolved maybe into a discussion about plenty of options, too many plenties, and managing time wisely when it comes to trying new games and new game systems. Like I said, for people out there who have plenty of time and get to play plenty of games, a month or a week or whatever, it's not such a big issue because you can do lots of different things because you have so much time devoted to it. But limited time, need to be smarter about what games I'm playing. So anyway, that was my non-video for plenty for RPG Day 2019, and thanks for watching, and hope you guys are enjoying RPG Day 2019, and hopefully you are participating. Leave comments, leave response videos, leave your own prompt videos, and we will see you guys later.